Hello, my fabulous scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. So for this layout, I am using another one of the exclusive cut files. I'm using the little cash register. I didn't include the title though. I just cut out the cash register. And believe it or not, I actually cut it on white paper, but I decided the cut file didn't pop enough on these beautiful background colors. So I colored it in with a texter and made it black. I then have mounted my photos on a white mat and then a black mat as well, just to help those pop off the page. I don't know if you can believe this, but I had originally planned to use the other side of this piece of paper. So the other side is the one that's got the swashes of paint in that beautiful teal color that's almost a perfect match to the cash register in my photos. But it looked amazing because the color match was just so spot on. It just looked like it was made for each other. But it didn't have a wow factor. It didn't have a pop factor. So I just randomly turned it over to write the date on the back, so onto the orange side. And I went, I think maybe it's going to look good on orange. So I laid out the basic feel of what I wanted, which were these four photos and the cut file, and went, yeah, it has to be the orange side. And I changed my mind and I switched to the orange side. To this day, I'm still looking at that beautiful teal on the back going, oh, but I so loved that paper. But I think I made the right decision. I think this looks really cute on this side, and I think it pops really, really well. See that paper? Oh, I just love it. That color, I think that is my favorite color of all time. It really hurt me to not use that. But moving on. So I actually found it a little bit difficult to embellish this. I'm not going to lie. My problem was with so many photos and then making the cut file so large on the page, I didn't leave myself a huge amount of space, and I didn't want my embellishment clusters to overpower the concept and the photos and the layout of what's going on. So in the end, I gave myself permission to do less. Less is more. And I'm keeping it super simple. So I've got that beautiful cluster of 2 flowers up near the receipt of the cash register, which I think is my favorite cluster on this page. I adore it. And then I decided to put the budgies on because, to me personally, they're a bit of a tricky embellishment item to use budgies. Unless you have a pet budgie or you go to like an Avery or something, I don't really know where I'm putting those. So I gave myself permission to just throw them on a random page, and because their colors were so suited to this layout, I put them on. Then I pulled some thickest from my stash, didn't have any T's left, so we're going with wanna instead of want to. Hurt my heart a little bit, but moving on. Wanted to use the thickest up, and didn't have a T, so what can you do? Want to play shops, but then I still felt like it needed something else. So I decided to play with the color study photo sticker book from last month's kit, just to add a few like little bits and bobs. I feel like this sticker book has got excellent bits and bobs in it. So decided to put a couple of those little almost like photo tags in, and that means I'm going to go and get some tiny words because they're fun, and I love putting those on those little tags, and because they're black they just tie in beautifully with what's going on the page. So I'm going to pop some of those in. Obviously color study is very about being creative and making and doing, so I did want to make sure I was pulling ones that were sort of related to the playing of shops and that kind of creativity, the imagination type thing. So I was conscious of my word choice. But then I am almost finished again with my beautiful enamel dots. I adore these enamel dots. They are a perfect color match. They are so fun. I'm finding it really hard not to use them all. And I'm also finding it really hard not to use the teeny tiny ones because I love the teeny tiny ones. I want an entire sheet of just the first 2 sizes, the teeniest size and the next size up. They would make my day. But she is done. Super simple. The more I look at it, the more I feel like I could have sort of done a bit of an embellished edge to one of the edges or two of the edges with maybe a little tearing or a little bit of inking, or maybe even a doodly border. But I didn't do one, so I'm going to roll with it and call it done. I hope you have enjoyed this process video. I hope I've inspired you to cut some of those exclusive cut files, even if it's not this one of the others, and have a bit of a play. And don't be scared to colour your cut files. Colour it any colour you like. Have a very wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you all next time.